Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to use your food scale because it seems complex to do macros because you've got to weigh everything and but it's fairly simple if you, especially if you eat similar things and you eat similar amounts and you kind of streamline everything. So I'm going to just show you real quick how to measure on your scale, and then if you have any questions you can ask me or you can post it in the group. So let me show you here what's going on for dinner. So we've got a little kale salad right now. Let's see if we can get it down to the scale. Awesome. So here we've got this kale salad, and it's about a cup of kale. And then there's a few chopped up veggies on there. Don't worry too much about, if you got a few of these little guys on there. You could put one radish maybe if you wanted to. But so we're gonna have the scale be at 0 grams to start. You see that okay? Then we're gonna set something just like, a paper dish, a little plastic lid to a Tupperware, whatever you want on the scale, and it's gonna weigh whatever amount it weighs. And what you wanna do with that is you wanna just press this middle button here, or press the middle of your scale, and it will tear that plastic so that then it's 0 again. So it's gotten rid of the weight of that. So now you can measure whatever you want on this little plastic thing. If you can see that okay, hopefully. So it's like this little plastic guy. It weighs 0 when I put it on the scale because we've teared the scale. So now I'm gonna measure my dinner on the scale. So again, I've put a cup of kale and just a few cut up veggies. So like maybe 1/10 of a pepper and maybe like 2 radishes are chopped up in here and 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Pretty simple, right? So now we're gonna do our salmon and wild rice. So first we're gonna do wild rice. So we're gonna put a little bit of it on there. Okay, so we got 42, it's backwards, I know, but we have 42 grams of wild rice right now. I'm gonna put a little bit more because I worked out today, but I also already ate a ton of carbs. So now we have 58 grams of wild rice on the scale. And I'll show you what that looks like. It's about that. Hopefully you can see this. I'll try to lighten the video, but it's pretty simple. So we've gotten, let's see if I can't show you this a little bit easier. Okay, perfect. So we have 52 grams or 58 grams of wild rice here. So I'm gonna put this on my plate and make sure that I get all of it off. And it just slid right off because it's plastic. So now we're back to that. So, and make sure you write down what you've measured so you remember. That's what we have a whiteboard for here. We write down our foods on there and our grocery list. So once I've done that, so now I have my salad all, remembered and measured, and now I have my rice measured. Now I'm gonna put my salmon on here. So I'm gonna cut off a piece of salmon. Give me a second here. All right, 1 second, guys. I might have to cut this video. Okay. All right, so we've got salmon. So it's 156 grams here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at ounces because usually that's a little bit easier to find in MyFitnessPal. So it's 5.4 ounces. So I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna put my salmon on my dish and then my dinner is done. It's all done and it's measured. And then also I can pre-measure my salmon and have a serving for it tomorrow. So I could pre-measure my rice, and then I could also pre-measure my salmon and any veggies I want, and that's a meal for tomorrow because I made extra salmon. So hope that was helpful. Good luck with measuring, guys. If you have any other questions, like how to measure when you eat out, I'll probably create a separate video for that. But for now, this is like really just measuring with the scale. And then as far as eyeball goes, what you want to do is as you are measuring your food here, you want to kind of start to begin to eyeball, like that's almost 6 ounces. It's about 5.5 ounces. And then once you have a good handle on eyeballing how much something is, and that rice, that's about, that's probably a half cup of rice, maybe a little bit less, and it's about almost 60 grams of rice. Then when you go to a restaurant, you can kind of go, okay, this is about how much I normally eat, and if I want a little extra, boop. So hopefully that helps, guys. Woo! Get to measuring.